In today's video, we're going to be cutting out door openings. So after you frame up a 2x4 wall, you got a board that's going to run across the bottom after you framed it that needs cut out. And to cut it out, you're going to need a Sawzall and a hammer and hand warmers. Oh, no, you're not going to need hand warmers for this. This was a gift. Let me know if you ever used these before, because I have not, and let me know if they're effective if you have. Anyways, let's get down here and cut out this door opening. One important thing to cutting out these openings is making sure you smash that like button, so be sure to do that for me if you found any value in this video. So right here is the door opening I was telling you about, and every time you frame a wall, you're going to have this board you got to cut out, which it actually takes a little bit of a technique that seems like it's obvious, but a lot of people don't know this. So if you look here, after you put your wall down, you got a nail right next against your jack there, and same on this side. You got to do that because it keeps that door opening solid to the floor. If you nail it back here where you're supposed to nail along the studs, you're going to have some play up here, so you got to nail it right in here. So you have two options: take a punch and punch these down until they're behind this wood, or take a Sawzall and cut right next to the nail and then angle back towards the jack, so that way you're going to have just a little bevel, and then you take your hammer and you hit that sideways to smash that over. So the first thing you need to do if your blade is not in the Sawzall correctly is you want to flip the rigid side of the Sawzall blade up, so it's going to look like it's in upside down, which I guess technically it is. So you do that first, then flip your Sawzall over so it's like this, and now start along the edge of the nails. All right, now we got started. You want to slightly angle your Sawzall towards the jack. All right, now here's the kicker: is when your Sawzall is on the floor, you're going to have to angle it down to get along the edge, because your Sawzall won't go flat. As you can see, we got a good, I don't know, half inch that it can't hit, so you're going to angle down like this. So just angle it down and start running it back towards you real slow. You're going to want to be careful not to cut through your subfloor. All right, I think we're about all the way through there. Now let's go to this side. All right, same thing, start right along the nails, and it helps if you have a bimetal blade where you can cut wood and metal with. So in case you hit the nail, it doesn't ruin the blade. And make sure you have at least a 4 or 5 inch blade on. Now as you bring the Sawzall out, if you come out and it gets past the board, it's going to hit it and kick back. Watch. See how it did that? So be careful doing that. So you can see it broke loose. So now you just take your hammer. All right. And then if there's any splinters left on the floor that need cut, make sure you cut those off. This one looks pretty clean. Over here we got a couple. All right, we got that cleaned up really nice. So now, since we have that bevel cut, you just want to smash that bevel flat. All right, as you can see, we have it beveled down towards the jack. So this is sticking out past the jack right now. So all you gotta do is take your hammer and smash it. So that way now we're flush with the edge of that jack. And now you do both sides. All right, and that's all there is to cutting out the 2x4 between the door openings. All right, if you look here, we got our 2x4 plate smashed flat. So now these nails are hidden back here and we're flush with the jack. So now this won't be in the way when we are doing our flooring around the wall after it's drywalled. So that's what it's going to look like using this technique. And just so you're aware, when I nail these nails down into the plate, they're angled back in towards the jack. So that way when I cut on an angle with the Sawzall, the whole shaft of the nail is still intact after cutting with the Sawzall. So I'm sure you're well aware there's a lot of openings in a house. So we got more to do back here. So I'm gonna go ahead and knock those out really quick. All right, I'm here in my master bath closet, linen closet that is. So now we need to cut out this opening. Let's get it done. Nice little bit of smoke coming out from this one. All right, we're in the master bedroom's closet. So we're going to go ahead and cut this one out next. And if you've ever done this before, let me know in the comments. I'm really curious. And if you have a technique, I want to know what your technique is. Whoops, battery's dead. Hold on, gotta switch out my battery. All right, we can't use a cordless Sawzall if the battery's dead. Now we got a fresh, Ridgid battery ready to rock and roll. And if you're interested in this Ridgid Sawzall, I'll put a link in the description below. I really like this one, very tough, very strong. It's a good one. All right, this is the master bedroom's door opening. Now we're going to cut this bad boy out. And after you do this cutting out of the door openings for a little while, your hands get to be very numb from the vibration. So just a word of caution. All right, guys, I'm going to go through and cut out the rest of these openings. It's about 4 o'clock now, and it's Sunday, and it's getting dark out, so I just need to rush and get this done. But I appreciate you stopping by and watching this video. Be sure to smash that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you on the next day of laboring on the house. Have a good one. Thanks. All right, guys, that is all I'm going to do for the rest of the... If you learned something in this video, be sure to smash that like button. So for the rest of the evening, I'm going to go and cut out all the rest of these openings. It's really not that exciting to keep recording me do that. So